Well, hello again, and welcome to another Hyperion Sunday, Hyperion morning, and a Hyperion Sunday. Welcome to it. Happy Sunday, everybody. I just mentioned it. It's Sunday. How y'all doing out there? Hopefully, you've had an amazing weekend. Hopefully, it's been great for you no matter what you got going on, getting out, doing stuff, getting to the parks, enjoying your time at home, whatever's going on. Hopefully, it's been amazing, fantastic, wonderful for you. And we're here to get your Sunday started with some smiles, with some positivity. Just get it going the best way possible. Good morning, Marianne, live from All Star Sports. I love it. I love it. Hopefully, you're having a great time out there at the Walt Disney World Resort, which we were out there as well. But hopefully, you'll have a great day. Enjoy the heck out of it. Hopefully, it doesn't rain too much on you today. It's supposed to be a soggy one today, but hopefully, you can dodge those showers, have a good time no matter what. Sometimes the best way to enjoy a Disney park is just tough it out through the heat, through the rain. Man, the rain comes, people scatter. You can get into a lot of attractions very, very quickly if you can brave it. If you have those ponchos, good umbrella, whatever it might be, battle your way through it and have a good time out at the parks. As for me, well, I had a busy day yesterday. Busy day. Well, busy start to the day. Got up after I did the show here, got right out and mowed the lawn because it was way overdue. In Florida at this time of year, man, it looks like you blink. Like I mowed the lawn yesterday. I think it needs to be mowed again. That's how fast the grass grows out here at this time of year. So it's been a few days, had to get out and get that done. Accomplished it. It was hot. It was sticky, but it was good. Got it done. Then you might notice a little bit. I don't know if you can tell. Obviously, I have my hat on. You really can't tell. But went out and got my hair cut yesterday. That was also long overdue because just like the grass here, my hair grows like crazy at this time of year. So I was happy to finally get that done. It may be a little shorter than I like, but the good thing about it is that I can now wait a little bit longer until I actually get my hair cut again. So got that all done. And then Michelle and I just settled in. The rain came rolling through here yesterday. Boy, we had a pretty good big thunderstorm going through here for a while. But Michelle and I just kind of hunkered down, watched some programs, watched a movie. Michelle made us a nice pot of tea, and we just kind of enjoyed our Saturday afternoon. And now for today, we have big plans to go get Scott. As if you may know, Scott has 6 months out of the year that he spends with us, and then 6 months out of the year that he spends with his father. I'm his stepfather. His father lives down in southern Florida, out down in Miami. So today's the day we are going to, a little bit later, go and meet him kind of halfway between where we live here in Central Florida and where he lives down in South Florida, and bring Scott back. And then we got the next 6 months with him. So that'll be a lot of fun. And looking forward to that very much. We've already got some things in place to welcome him back here. Michelle was getting things all ready. We went out and picked up some cake for him because he loves nice cake with sprinkles. It's going to be a lot of fun today. So we're very, very excited about that. Thank you, Marianne. That's nice of you to say. Hopefully the rain holds off just a little bit for our drive today. Just hoping that for you. And hopefully, again, Marianne, that you have a good time out at the parks and the rain doesn't dampen it too very much. What are we talking about on this day? Well, it is June 29th, 2025. And today happens to be, Marianne, I don't know if you're going to get out and enjoy a little breakfast today. Well, maybe you want to get some waffles today. It's not National Waffle Day, but it is National Waffle Iron Day. Well, and of course, you're going to use your waffle iron mostly to make waffles. You can do different things with a waffle iron. You can use it like a sandwich press. I've seen people, I've never tried this before, but every time I see it, I want to do it, is taking hash browns and making like a waffled hash brown in it, which sounds amazing and something I need to try at some point. But mostly it's used for waffles, of course. And of course, the best kind of waffles, they're Mickey shaped, so they're no calories. Of course, Mickey waffles. And we have a traditional waffle iron, and we have a Mickey waffle iron. The traditional waffle iron does not get used very much. The Mickey waffle iron, though, if we're making waffles, there's a fair chance we're using the Mickey waffle iron, which we love. We love our Mickey waffle iron. We got it at the D23 Expo. Oh gosh, it must have been 2019, a while back. And we've used it a lot, and we really, really enjoy it. But whatever waffle iron you have, or whatever establishment you visit that has a waffle iron. Today's a day to get out there and get something made off of that waffle iron today, for sure. What else could you do today? Well, maybe after breakfast, you head out and maybe shoot a little darts. Maybe at home, maybe at your local pub, your local bar, whatever. Darts, very, very popular activity from when you're going out for nice beer, something, whatever. But it can be just total fun too, just total family fun. Yeah, great day to play out some darts, National Darts Day. Absolutely, 100%. Maybe you could get out. We are kind of in the tropics here. But I'll tell you what, here in Florida, we're always watching the tropics at this time of year because we're always looking to see what's brewing out there and what could come through our area storm wise. But maybe a visit to the tropics is in your plans today. Well, it's International Day of the Tropics today. Kind of looking back at the unique ecosystems, the wildlife, the wonderful places that are the tropics. We'll be heading to the tropics. If you don't count Florida as the tropics, the Florida is kind of the tropics. But if you don't count Florida as the tropics, we'll be heading out to the real tropics coming out here in about a month because we have a Disney cruise coming up here in about a month. And yes, we'll be sailing through the Caribbean, which is very much the tropics. And we're looking forward to that. Maybe if you're heading to the tropics today, you might want to get out and do some fishing because today is National Day of the Fisherman. Yeah, so get out. Enjoy some fishing today. Be that fisherman that they're celebrating today. Sure, absolutely. Why not? I do love to fish. I don't usually go fishing when we're out in the tropics. I'll be honest with you. Not that I haven't done it. I have, but it's not usually my thing. I'm more like lay out on the beach, relax, enjoy, whatever. But man, fishing, nothing wrong with it. Another great place that you can go for fishing, maybe if you're more into the forestry or the mountains, is a log cabin. Maybe there's a lake by the log cabin to do some fishing. Well, today's National Log Cabin Day. So maybe get out and explore, find a nice log cabin somewhere to stay, maybe make plans to do that. There are some really nice, unique, interesting places to stay that can kind of just bring you back to the good old days or bad old days, depending on your point of view of it, of when they, put these cabins together, these homes together, just by splitting logs and putting them together. And obviously, they're more modern than that. They're not put together the same way anymore, but you can still celebrate. And of course, you can get out to Fort Wilderness. Yes, basically, I was just saying, Marianne. Yes, Fort Wilderness, not technically log cabins, but cabins, and you can definitely enjoy it. Marianne, it's always Fort Wilderness Day. You've listened to us. We love Fort Wilderness. Now that it's DVC, using it more. We wish Scott enjoyed it a little bit more. It's not exactly his favorite place, but we will try it again with him just to see if he can enjoy it. At the time we were there, it was a little stormy, and so it was a little bit sketchy for him. But we will try it again. But we love Fort Wilderness. Underrated resort space on the Walt Disney World Resort property for sure. And today's the day to enjoy it. Or maybe you get out. If it's really rainy today, I don't know if this is going to happen for you today, Marianne, but it's International Mud Day. So get out and roll in the mud. Sure. Why not? Not for me, unless I accidentally slip in it. That's the only way I'm getting in the mud. But hey, it's a day to go out and play in the mud, have some fun in the mud. Kids, get out in the mud, just get in the shower. Try not to stomp it through the house if you can. Please save whoever has to clean that mess up from stomping through the house. But sure, why not get out and enjoy the mud? And if you're going to any of these places today, be sure and bring your camera, which is really easy nowadays because, to be honest with you, I haven't owned a real camera in a while. I've used my phone for my camera for so very long, and I think most of us do. But if you own a regular camera, absolutely break it out today. They honestly do get really probably better shots than most phones. I mean, there are some really good, the advancements to the cameras on the phones are incredible. But real camera, probably a little bit better. I remember the day back when they first introduced, boy, am I old. I keep dating myself on this show. When they first introduced cameras on phones, and I was like, why would I ever care about a camera on my phone? I use it from the phone. I don't need a camera on my phone. What kind of pictures is that going to take? And now, like everything I do is on my phone. I also remember the days when I used film. Well, you use film for cameras, and then you had to be very careful with what pictures you took, because if you didn't take the right picture, you were going to run out of film. So you had to be much more selective until they started making digital cameras and obviously your phone, where you can just snap, 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 just take all these pictures and just pick out the ones that actually work for you. But back in the day when you only had like 24 shots, in a roll of film, you're like, is this picture worth it? Is it? I'm not sure. And then you had to go take it to get developed and all sorts of stuff. Not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. But I kind of, in some ways, nostalgically, I kind of miss those days. But yeah, I'm happy as many pictures as I take to go ahead and fail occasionally, trying different things, and coming up with an amazing picture out of those failures somewhere along the line, for sure. So yeah, National Camera Day. And maybe if you're just staying at home, enjoy something sweet like some almond butter crunch, which is basically some delicious, delicious toffee with chocolate and, of course, some crushed almonds on there. And yeah, 100% on board for that. Man, I haven't found it at Walt Disney World, but Disneyland has some of the best toffee. Their toffee is really, really good. Soft, yummy, sweet, buttery, fantastic. We used to pick up the toffee out of Disneyland all the time and loved it. Maybe when we get back there, we're going to Disneyland early next year. We'll have to stock up on some toffee while we're out there. But yeah, almond butter crunch, technically. Toffee with chocolate and crushed almonds in it. Yum, 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 yum. Sounds really good. Hey, if it's your birthday today, again, it is June 29th. Very happy birthday to you. Here are some of the amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with. Excuse me. Unfortunately, we lost him just last year, but man, what a career as a comedian for Richard Lewis. He would have been 78 today, born on this day in 1947. Again, we lost him just last year, but he came up through the ranks as a stand-up comedian with his kind of neurotic, self-deprecating humor, famous for it. Very, very funny guy. But then he went on to appear in many, many movies and television shows, including he was a star of Anything But Love for a while. And then, of course, a recurring character in Curb Your Enthusiasm, where he was great in that with Larry David. Fantastic, fantastic comedian. What a great career for him. Happy birthday to him. How about if you're a child of the 80s like me, you may recognize the guy in the bottom left corner there. That is Colin Hay of Men at Work. Yes, the lead singer of Men at Work. He turned 72 today, born on this day in 1953. All the great songs. I loved Men at Work. He was so good. Down Under, Overkill, Who Can It Be Now? Just a great, great career. Now, currently, he's still doing solo stuff, and he tours regularly with Ringo Starr's All-Star Band. So if you ever see them coming through, you can see him as well. And he, from what I understand, he does do some Men at Work songs when that band is out and performing. So yeah, you can check him out there for sure. How about if you're an Office fan, you may recognize the woman on the top left there. That is Melora Hardin. She played Jan in The Office. She was a great, great character as Jan, the troubled love interest on and off for Michael Scott, of course. She turns 58 today, born on this day in 1967. She's also been in Monk. She was in Transparent, many other television shows, many other movies. She's a pretty great, accomplished singer and actress. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to Brian Darcy James. I don't know if you know who he is, but he turns 57 today, born on this day in 1968. He's been on many things, many movies, television shows, but more importantly, more where you may have seen him more is on Broadway. He has been in so many amazing Broadway shows. He has had 5 Tony nominations. He's been in Shrek the Musical. He's been in Into the Woods. He was the very first king in Hamilton, back when they were workshopping it and when it was originally at the Public Theater before, when it was off Broadway. He was the very first king. He had to step away because he had a role that he had booked with Something Rotten is what the musical was called. So he had to go there and do that when they went to Broadway. And that's when Jonathan Groff took over. And now, of course, you kind of know him as the original Broadway cast king. He later came back and did play the king on Broadway after he was done with Something's Rotten. But he's just a great performer, great Broadway star. By the way, if you haven't seen it, they've done a few. They still do it occasionally, recently. But back in the day when Hamilton first was on Broadway, they would do a thing. They do a lottery for tickets in the first couple rows of the show every night. Now it's digital, but back then you used to go in and put your name in a hat, and they would draw it, and you would get a ticket in those first 2 rows of Hamilton for $10 a ticket. It was amazing. And then when people were waiting out there to see if their name was drawn, they would put on a little show called Ham for Ham. And one of the best Ham for Hams, you can find it on YouTube, definitely check it out, is the 3 Schuyler Kings, where the Kings, 3 of the people who played the Kings in Hamilton come out and perform as the Schuyler sisters. Jonathan Groff was one, Brian D'Arcy James was another, and Andrew Reynolds was there. 3 amazing Broadway stars doing that phenomenal number. It's so fun. Go find it on YouTube. It's amazing. Definitely check it out. Finally, last but definitely not least, Nicole Scherzinger turns 47 today, born on this day in 1978. Talking about a Broadway star. Well, she just a few weeks ago won the Tony Award for the lead actress in the musical, the revival of Sunset Boulevard, where she came out and she performed on stage during the Tony Awards. And man, phenomenal. Just a great performance. But for many years, she was part of the Pussycat Dolls, a very famous band in the 2000s. And then she's gone on to do many television acting roles. She's been the host of several reality kind of music and dancing and talent shows as well. But she has had a phenomenal career, and it just keeps rising. Again, she just won a Tony Award. Anyway, happy birthday to all of them. Again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Shameless self-promotion time before we get out of here. Our new episode, if you caught it on Thursday, we did it live. It is dropping here in just about 40 minutes. You'll be able to catch it on your favorite podcatchers out there. You'll be able to go to our website, HyperionAdventuresPodcast.com, whatever it might be. And if you caught the show on Thursday night, relive it. If you haven't heard it yet, find all the fun we had, the celebration of, yes, us as a 7th anniversary of our show, but also a celebration of you and all of you who have helped us along the way, supported us. Even if you've only listened to one show, if you've listened to every show, doesn't matter. We appreciate you. And we just had a lot of fun. We laughed a lot. We shed some tears. We just had a good old time, good old party celebration. And yes, at the same time that the audio version is coming out, and you'll want to check that out, the video version will also be dropping here on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll know whenever we have a new video coming out. You'll want to check this out because we had so much fun. There are videos from a couple people that came along. There are notes. There are all sorts of things that go along with it. And by the way, for both, well, not for the video episode, but for the audio episode, we added something a little extra because we usually do. We add something kind of beforehand, our favorite thing from the week, and usually like Disney stories of the week and something else, Michelle's amazing tips, of course. But also this week, we quickly discussed our recent trip to the Walt Disney World resorts and our visit to the new DVC Lounge at Magic Kingdom. We wanted to talk about that, a couple other things, but mostly we wanted to tell the story because we wanted to focus on this amazing picture they took. And I meant to have it here. I'm sorry I don't have it here for you. Maybe I can find it and bring it up here for you. But this amazing thing that happened while we were out there, we were out at the Tipperary, and this just stumbled across a PhotoPass photographer. And we're going to tell you the story of a photo that took place while we were out there. I'm trying to bring up this photo really quickly for you here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But it's an amazing story, and we think you're going to be fascinated because it really is a story of magic happening while we were out at the Walt Disney World Resort. Let's see if it comes up here. Here it is. Here it is. So I'm going to add it to the stage now. There it is. So that photo, we're going to tell you the story of that photo and how that photo came about and the magic and the pixie dust and everything that was involved with it. And hopefully you join us for that, because it is really, really cool. It was really, really fun experience, and something we will never, ever forget. It was a magical experience. And if you listen to that story, you'll know exactly why we refer it specifically as a magical experience. So please download, listen to the episode, even if you've already heard or were there for our live celebration last Thursday night. But anyway, that's all coming out here in just a little bit. All right. Sorry, took up too much time talking about that, more time than I planned to. But we wanted you know what's going on. So hopefully you'll check that out. All right. Getting out of here, everybody. Have an amazing day. Have a wonderful Sunday. No matter what you got going on, enjoy the heck out of it. I will be back with you tomorrow morning, sharing some more smiles, some more positivity, of course, 6:30 a.m. And as I like to say, every single day, keep on sharing that kindness, keep on sharing those smiles, and definitely keep on sharing that positivity. I will be back with you tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m.-ish, to do all those things with you. Until that time, have a magical day, everybody. See you later. Bye.